Yeah.
All right. Brother Matthew, can you read that for me? Verses 16, 17, and 18.
16. Rejoice evermore. Pray without ceasing. In everything give thanks. For this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you. Quench not the spirit. Despise not prophecies. Prove all things. Hold fast that which is good, and abstain from all appearance of evil.
Amen. In everything, give thanks. What Paul is saying here in the writings of the New Testament, we see that he has a lot of things to be thankful for.
Yes.
And if we look throughout his writings, we can see that there are a few things that he's thankful for. Victory in Christ.
Yes.
Salvation.
Yeah.
Freedom from others.
All right.
The freedom from the favor and the grace of God. He was even thankful for his friends and his co-laborers. Ephesians 1 and 16 tells us. Paul's writing, he's always and continually thankful. But if we look and read and we share a little bit more about his life, he says here, are they servants of Christ? Speak as if insane, more so if far more laborers and far more imprisonments, beaten times without number, often in danger of death. 5 times I received from the Jews 39 lashes.
Yes.
3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. 3 times I was shipwrecked. A day and a night I spent in the deep. I've been beaten on frequent journeys, dangers from rivers, dangers from robbers, dangers from the sea, dangers from the Gentiles, dangers from false brothers. Paul says that I've been in labor and I've been in hardship through many sleepless nights, through hunger and through thirst, sometimes without food and with water in the cold. But through all of the things that Paul went through, he still exemplified a life of thankfulness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thankfulness. What are you thankful for today? So we can say, even in the midst of our own personal turmoils, a national turmoil, there's so many things going on in America right now. We got news that there's a neo-Nazi group, a new Ku Klux Klan group that's marching in Virginia, state of Virginia right now, literally in America this morning. We're amid many national crises. But still in the midst of it, are you still thankful to God?
Yeah.
So Paul says here to rejoice always.
Yeah.
Amen.
I believe what Paul meant here was simply to make happiness your habit.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I've come to believe very strongly this morning that happiness is a decision that we make more so than it is an experience.
Yeah.
Happiness is a decision that you make. I've been around many people as work in chaplain work. I've been able to see many people and pray with them on their dying bed.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I've experienced many people that are on their deathbed happier than some people that walk in church on Sunday morning. Hello.
Hello.
But we must choose our attitude.
Yeah.
We must choose to be happy.
Yeah.
There are 4 things that I want to share to you today about that happy people do that unhappy people miss. First of all, happy people choose to focus on the positives rather than the negatives of life.
Amen.
Negatives always happen in our life. They will always happen, but it's how you think about it which will determine how it affects your life. Have you ever been in the midst of a situation, but you decided to focus on the negative as opposed to the positive? How were you affected? Negatively. Number 2, happy people take lemons and make lemonade. Happy people find a way to take negative situations and turn them into positive situations.
Yeah.
Successful man can build a house and lay a foundation with the bricks that others have thrown at him.
Wow, that's good.
Next, happy people look for the best in the world around them, and often you find exactly what you're looking for. So we ask ourselves, even in the midst of the quest of our lives, what are we looking for? Are we looking to be happy and enjoy that which God has given us?
Yeah.
Or do some of us enjoy pouting? Happy people are thankful for what they have and not focused on the things that they want. When we develop a habit of happiness, we find ourselves being happy and content with that which God has blessed us with. So not only are we to rejoice and be happy, but Paul tells us to pray without ceasing. Paul shows us that thankfulness comes when you make holiness a lifestyle. Praying without ceasing. You will find no greater joy, no greater happiness than thanking God for the life that he has planned for you.
Yeah.
Many of us know what I'm talking about. We've gone away. We've done our own thing, but somehow God's plan for our life always prevails. And other ones of us finds ourselves stuck in the mode, in America we call it stuck on stupid. Of doing our own thing and running our own lives and always wondering why we're in trouble and blaming it on someone else. It's always someone else's fault. It's always someone else's problem. That's a trait of being unhappy, is that you're always finding fault with someone else.
Amen. Amen.
Praying without ceasing.
Yeah.
But I found out even with that and with associations that you cannot play all day long in the pig pen and blame God when you come out filthy and smelling like a pig. We have to stop blaming God for decisions and choices that we make.
Yeah.
If we want to be happy, we ought to do the things that make God happy.
Amen. Woo!
When we give praise unto God, we open up a portal for him to bless us.
Yeah.
So next Paul says here, in all things. Now this is a simple truth that we oftentimes really miss.